Hey guys, welcome back to Yankee Valley Outdoors, and today, tell them what we're going to be doing.
Today we're going to be touring all the downtown sites on Mackinac Island. I work at most of them and I think they're pretty cool, so well, let's get on and going.
Alright guys, let's get right into this.
And this is the Biddle House. The Biddle House will be the first stop on our tour of downtown historic Mackinac Island. And that there is the blacksmith shop. Hello! So this is where I have been working all summer as a historical interpreter. I'm dressed mostly in my 1830s appropriate garb. We are standing in what is called the Biddle Kitchen. This building, the Biddle House itself, was built in the 1830s, but the kitchen we're standing in was actually rebuilt in 1950 because it burnt in 1910. So we do different baking in here every day. So today I made cookies, which is just now cookie because I ate most of them. And then it's lumpy because I actually made my own flour out of oats. And then I cooked it here over the fire, which is since gone out since it's closed. And then I also used the Dutch oven here to cook it. The fireplace and all of the pots, everything in here is usable, including the herbs above me. The lemon balm we're drying for to make tea. The St. John's wort is for antidepressants uses. And then the this is lavender. The lavender here is used for teas. But this is just one room in the home. The rest of the house is dedicated to the Native American Museum that talks more about the Native Americans to Michigan, which is the Anishinaabe. So that's what this whole part is about, is just the Anishinaabe and the Native Americans. And then through here is still what's left of the reconstructed look like the original Biddle parlor. So this is where the Biddles would have been doing a lot of their entertaining and hosting of parties. Agatha was a very social woman, so they would have had a lot of people over here and a lot of people in this room. And this room is original. It's had some updates, but they're updates appropriate to the 1918 part of the 1830s.
Excuse me, can you tell me about this place?
Of course. So this is the American Fur Company retail store. It was a general store on the island back in the 1820s. It would have been where they could have gotten their daily goods, such as they could have gotten their medicine, their fishing line, their fabric, their shoes, pretty much anything you could think of. This was kind of the 1820s version of a Walmart. But the only thing that wasn't sold here would have been furs. All the fur trading and selling would have been done at the American Fur Company's main headquarters farther down this street or on modern-day Main Street, because modern-day Main Street was their industrial street. Today, it's set up just to show what they would have looked like and what it would have sold. And then also inside is the Dr. Beaumont Museum, which talks about Dr. Beaumont and Alexis St. Martin, because this is the very store, the floor and the walls are original to the time periods. This was the very floors that Dr. Beaumont discovered. That's where Alexis St. Martin was shot. So this is where poor Alexis St. Martin was shot, and then he was taken up to the Fort Holmes there to Dr. Beaumont, where Dr. Beaumont was able to heal him, and then discovered how the digestional discoveries were also discovered because of the tragic accident that happened here.
Can we take a look inside?
Yes, come on in. So this actually right here, roughly this area, was where Alexis St. Martin was shot. We're not exactly sure why he was shot, except for that it was a gun misfire. And then this section here is kind of like the pre-made clothes and shoes, and then over here is like the hardware section. Some of the things behind the shelves is you have your whiskey and your half-pound lump there. The half-pound lump was tobacco. And then this here is the apocryphy section, which would have been the medicines. And one of the more interesting and most, the quote-unquote best, would have been laudanum. Laudanum is basically a liquid opium, so it would leave you highly addicted, but pain-free. And this is the Beaumont Museum that just tells the little story of Beaumont and Alexis St. Martin.
If you want to see it, you can come and see it for yourself, because I'm not going through every sign.
There's a lot of blacks in here. This building behind me is the McGulpin House. It's the oldest residential home on the island, built in 1791.
Originally, it was built on over by St. Anne's Church on the other side of the island, and today it's moved here after the state park became ownership of it. It mostly stands here as a demonstration of what French Canadian architecture will look like. This would have been a classic lower income, middle income class home. The McAuliffe were bakers, so they were fairly middle class. They would have had about 16 children, so there would have been about 16 people living here. Well, it's not quite sure if they had 16 children. They just know they had a lot of them. So there would have been about 16 people living in this little house, all but for the same time. Behind me here on the hill is Fort Mackinac. Fort Mackinac is one of the oldest and most well-preserved forts in the United States, and it's overlooking gorgeous Marquette Park. Marquette Park used to be where they would have the farmlands for the fort, but now it's just a park where people can enjoy.
All right, guys, that has been our tour of the downtown sites here on Mackinac Island. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, just hope you enjoy and go see them for yourself.
All right, guys, don't forget to drop a like on this video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more content. And as always, keep electrified. I'll see y'all later.